everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday. Welcome to the beginning of your weekend. If your weekend begins on a Friday. Miss Kitty Cat's here to say hi too. Hello. How you doing? Meow. Hi. How is everybody doing this morning? My room is chilly. It's probably like 18 Celsius in here, maybe even 17. I left the window open overnight, and it's good because it'll get warm later, but right now I'm freezing. I've got a big blanket. I've got my hot mug of coffee. I have my nice kitty cat. I've got my feet in the toe oven. It's good. It's about to be a good day this week. It does. Weekend starting on a Friday. Hello, everybody. Let's see here. I want to work on this one. We're on the Venom step of the Siesbarg Mount Quest chain. We're about a quarter of the way through the Venom step, just a little shy. So I want to work on that today. I kind of like the spot we were doing yesterday, but we can also do a few follower dungeons just to, I don't know, mix things up. Oh, this feels nice on my hands. Yeah, I get it. We'll do some follower dungeons, but first there is something I wanted to pick up in the Oasis. Just finished with meetings for the day. Just a few more hours. Glad this was a short week for me. Getting back to real life after being away takes time. Timed a few more 10s last night. Happy about that. Nice. Oh, congrats on that. Homesick for the first time after starting. Not horribly sick, but body said stay home. Good for you for listening. You feel a little sniffly. Honestly, I think I'm great. I think I'm healthy. I think it's just morning and I'm cold. I think this is just, I'm just sleepy and it's morning and I'm chilly. I think I'm in quite good condition. I just need my water and my tea. Suddenly fall, right? My key friends came back from Classic. I don't need to pug now. Oh, congrats! So happy. From Venom at Siege Home. Yeah, the two guys that spawn up there and then patrol down is what I was doing yesterday, and I enjoyed that a lot. That was good. It was nice and chill. We did a lot of follower dungeons for the Nerubian Chitin for the first step. Oh, glad you're feeling better. Yeah, me too. It's nice. It feels like life is full of possibilities now. I'm a Draenei right now because I stepped on we use those atomic recalibrators or whatever they're called during raid just for fun, and I was a Draenei for a bit. And you know what I did while I was a Draenei was we did it. We killed Mythic Dimensius, or not Mythic Dimensius, haha, can you imagine? We killed Heroic Dimensius, that one. Not Mythic, just Heroic. He's dead, though. Nice, congrats. Thank you very much. You get a mount. You get a AOTC mount. So that's what I'm picking up over here. This is where it turns in. They want you to go see Venari. Reigns of the Royal Voidwing. The All-Devouring has perished. And done. Let me learn that. And you know what? I'm going to look like me again. And then let's see. Let's check it out. Royal. We can ride that one around for a while. And it's really good news because our raid team is probably going to take either 2 weeks off or just do like alt runs for a few weeks because a couple of our really key players are going away on an international vacation for a while. So we're going to be a little bit bereft of our leadership. I don't like the mount. What do you think of it? It reminds me of something. I think it looks great. It reminds me of another mount that I can't put my finger on. Does it look like a mount I already have? Can't stream anymore. Gosh, needs to do 18 splits for a new Race to World First Guild. It looks like BC mounts with a helmet. Void Dragon, Nyalotha AOTC mount. Just with armor. What was that one called? Was it also a Voidwing? Uncorrupted Voidwing. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, the armor looks nice. I'll give it that. Oh, coffee's good. My kitty cat's purring on my lap. I bet you're chilly too, huh? Are you cold? Is it nice here? I got a blanket there for you. Whatever inside follower or a car, 50 to 120 blood per run when you get to that one. Okay. Yeah, we got to get through the Venom first. I'm gonna go post up because I kind of want to just hang out and enjoy my coffee. So I'm gonna go post up in Siegehold, buy those two, and we can do a little fishing and a little killing those guys for a bit. I may switch it up and do some follower dungeons a little later, but I want to get my hands warm first. They put a hat on it, tried to call it a new mount. Woo bow. Determined to get my mains item level up to 710, so I think I have many delves to grind for Valor Stones and Crests. Nice. Honestly, remember yesterday I did LFR Soul Hunters, and I got the LFR Rushy Boots. That might have made the difference for Mythic, or not for, why do I keep wanting to call him Mythic? For Heroic Dimensius, that might have made the difference. Because it was tight healing. We had people switching over to heal because we didn't have our whole team, or the people we'd been playing with earlier. We didn't have everybody there yet. We had also one of our tanks was out, so we had to have somebody switch over to tank, one of our DPS. And the healing was really tight. Let me see if I can find there's the Dimensius kill. So I did 3.2 formula overall. Lots of it mastery based, but my ethereal guard is there, and then ethereal reconstitution is there. It's not nothing. About 5%. I don't know what it was before I had my Rushy Boots, but I feel like it must be better. I cannot link you to logs. I don't have them handy. They probably exist. I don't know. You could look them up as easily as me. I didn't look at the logs. Enhance is back. Yeah, Flabby sat up straight, dusted off dusted off his boxing gloves and had at it. Anticipating future Mythic runs. I'm really not. There is no part of me that has any interest in Mythic raiding. It doesn't offer me a single thing that I want, and it asks a lot of things from me that I have no interest in giving. Flabby, always in style. Oh, here's our friends. These are our two guys. So we get these guys. And they're going to give us, 10 to 12 Nerubian blood. There we go. I like this method. It's not fast, but it is calm. Jack killed Mythic Dimensius last night, too. Got 100 heal parts because there's only 3 other priest logs on record. Oh, that's so sick. What a flex. Upgrading the heroic tier enough gets the mythic appearance. And I mean, I never finish collecting raid mog during a raid tier anyways. I almost always end up getting it like 4 expansions later whenever I get around to running the raid. If I'm going to get it at all. Or, like 6 expansions later when they turn it into remix. Apparently, for ecological succession, hidden rep with each animal, you can rush by doing the dailies with multiple characters. Oh. Well, I'm doomed because I haven't even been doing them daily. I've been doing Eco Dome succession quests weekly, and then I leave it alone. I have not been going back every day, so I'm sure I'll get it done eventually. I know there's a mount that you can get once you get the stability achievement, which needs you to get kind of all of those creatures settled. They're bi-weekly, not daily. Yeah, I haven't been doing them twice a week either. Like to get the mythic versions of the 2 best trinkets I got this week, but fine with 2 heroic. Yeah, pretty good. My view with my gear is that once my gear and my power is good enough to get my goals done, which is generally heroic raid clear, so AOTC, and then I guess maybe 3k. So it's not that I can't improve my gear. I could still I would love better Rushy Boots. But and then I guess I've got a champion ring on still, but like I found that I bet you I can get 3k in like fully upgraded hero gear. I have 1 myth slot here. If I get any more, that's great, but I haven't found that it's like super, super strictly necessary for the content that I want to do. And once I finish my goals, I'm done. I'm not going to stress out too much about trying to push it much higher than that. Because, it's gear. You're going to replace it all next patch anyway. You always do. All 12s will probably unlock the turbo boost vendor. Dailies are twice a week, and people still commonly call them daily. Well, I don't like that. I find it very confusing. Warlock Raid Finder set looks so good. I don't care about the mythic one. We only do heroic as well. Yeah, it seems like a good, it's good for me. You know, the nice thing about WoW is you have so many options. You've got a wide menu of gameplay to order off of. You can just do whatever you want and don't do whatever you don't want. It's awesome. I'm going to pull up the page for the Nerubian Venom. Also, I can hang out on my new mount if we want. Wow. Pull up the page for the Nerubian Venom and have a little look-see here. I thought it was funny that I managed to get those boots in LFR yesterday because there was only one other clothy in the raid because the raid was stuffed to the gills with hunters. 8 hunters out of 18 DPS. It was fantastic. Worked out good for me. Nerubian Venom is the step I'm on currently. I need 1,000 venom, and then after that we're going to need 500 blood. But the blood shouldn't be too horrific. We'll see. City of Threads follower dungeon. Before the first boss. Is what people are saying on Wowhead. Aside from these 2 things. How's your Alunira? 2 shards. 2 shards out of 10. That's also on the list. I want that mount very much. It looks very pretty. Perfect. Yeah. City of Threads, huh? I can never keep threads and echoes separate. I don't know which ones are which. I'm going to kill these guys one more time, and then maybe I'll do a little follower dungeon to mix it up. Hello. Hello. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Fall's coming. Time to unleash my sweater collection. I think that's my favorite thing about fall. I love a good sweater. I love a bad sweater. I love a new sweater. I love an old sweater. I love sweatshirts and knit sweaters, you know, like I like flannels and fleeces. I just love a good warm layer. They offer me the fantasy that I will one day eventually be warm. There's a lot of different ways to get there. It's nice. I've got like a fleece vest that is incredibly unfashionable but very warm. That one's waiting. It's on standby. Flannels. Hi Hazel. Happy Friday. Hello. Happy Friday. Right back at ya. Better weather sounds good. It's nice that it's not quite so hot out because then you get like the rest of the middle part of your day that you can you can engage with and do things in and not just have to hide. I've been enjoying wearing my hoodie. Still been relatively warm here. Highs of 22 Celsius or so, and sunny. Might start your own fashion trend with the vest. I don't think we're in danger of that. It's good because I'm not ready for cold just yet. Highs of 22 and sunny. That's nice. Favorite kind of weather? Spring. I like a nice spring day where it like kind of cools off, not freezing, but like chilly at night, and then like kind of a nice warm, sunny but like low 20s, maybe even high teens Celsius kind of day. That's the dream. Dungeon Finder. So we're gonna do follower City of Threads, not echoes, and we're not even gonna kill the first boss. We're just gonna go right up to the we're gonna kill all the trash in the first area and see. What's your favorite kind of weather? I mean, I like variety. I like windstorms once in a while. They would drive me nuts if it was all the time, but it's nice every now and then. Same thing with snow. I like snow as long as it still has novelty. Once snow is stuck around for so long that there's no more novelty, then it's not fun anymore. Oh, it's this one. I was hoping it was the other one, but there's only certain types of Nerubians that drop the right thing that you need at a certain point, so you may as well be in the right spot. At the trading post, a little kennel. If you click on it, it zooms in on a little puppy, and you can change its color. Is that, what was it called? Weechi? The little chihuahua-looking thing? I think I named mine Churro. Morning. Managed to do the glory of the Omega Raider last night. The fractals achieve is a thing. Oh, what do they have you do? What do they have you do for fractalus? I guess I could look it up. Never seen snow in my life. I would like to live 1 week in a snowy place. You can do vacations. You can visit somewhere snowy on like a vacation sometime, but snow sometimes makes it a little tricky to travel. That's the only drawback. Yeah, it's very fun and kind of inconvenient. Is generally what snow is like. It's very pretty. It's very magical. It's got like a lovely kind of aura to it. Especially when it's early in the morning and it's just snowed, because it makes everything really quiet. Because people generally, not always, but for a little bit, they like stop driving. There's not so much sound because it's like muffled by all the snow over everything. That's what I love most, is like how quiet it is. Like first thing in the morning when the snow hasn't been disturbed yet, and you go out and then you can like kind of crunch through it. Makes a little crunchy sound. You know how you stack walls in the fights? You have to stack to 4 and then break 18 fourth walls. Oh! But not all at once, right? Snow's great till people touch it, then it's gray. Yeah. Yeah, it gets kind of yucky after it's been up for a while. Little hats. Not all at once. Okay. Yeah, that is dangerous. That would take some very specific coordinated doing. Okay, in cold winter with that winter sun, no clouds at all, sub-zero temps. I need sunglasses for that. That's bright. Especially if it's like, if it's reflecting off of ice or something. When it rains here, people get so happy and play with their cars, make all the noise. They play with their cars in the rain? Like a vehicular version of stomping through rain puddles? That's funny. When it rains here, everybody just kind of goes around about their business because it's pretty normal. I might get better rain gear this year if I can afford it. My rain gear is fine, but I don't have a pair of real rain boots. And, you know, actually, you know what? I have good rain pants and my rain shell is decent. So I guess I just need boots. You know, just so I'm like real set up. Real ready. 305. I could probably stand to pull more than just one pack. The problem with doing the follower dungeon instead of just killing the pair of mobs is there's so much more room for me to be inefficient. It's pretty easy to kill that pair of mobs at like pretty high efficiency because you just watch for them and then you kill them and then they come back in a few minutes. Whereas this, you know, like there's a lot of different ways I can mess this up and do it more slowly. Which isn't the end of the world or anything, but like, I don't know. It lingers. It lurks in the back of my psyche. I'm going to have to really meal plan this year to be ready for snow in the pantry. Just have lots of stuff stocked up that I can make. And maybe have some stuff stocked up that I've already made. Just so I don't have to go grocery shopping too much if it's snowy for a while. Because I'm going to get snow tires this year. I feel like I have to. But I don't want to drive in the snow if I can, like, avoid it. Alright, how are we doing? So I don't need to kill the first boss or anything. I just need to kill all of the trash before it. A little lake in the middle. I wish I could do fishing there. In the little lake in this dungeon. Really not that bad. Driving in snow. I've seen stuff. That's the thing, is I've never driven in snow, but I've often been a pedestrian in snow, and I've watched cars Mario Kart their way down the street in like circles, you know, like they're it's you know, you'll pass more cars in a ditch than you pass on the road. It doesn't look like any fun. It doesn't look like any fun at all. It doesn't encourage confidence in me. 95% of winter driving is just slow down. Yeah. Even if that means going 30 in a 90 zone. Well, I can't say that the roads are any worse here than they are there because I'm pretty sure you win. Well. Alright, I think I maybe cleared everything that I was gonna... Oh, no, there's some stuff up here, too. Here we're doing 327, Kite. Please tell the people in Colorado that. Slow down. It stresses me out when people still want to drive, like, the over speed limit on the highways when it's like torrentially raining. Like I know that we're all used to driving in rain, but like when there's tons of water on the road, you do not have the same kind of stopping distance. Stuff happens, man. Just chill out. Got leeching all set up now. I feel like I had a dream about like an actual leech. Like a little... I was looking at like a little pond and there was like leeches in it in the dream. Yucky. Okay. Alright, so that's all we needed to do. We are now leaving. Well, it's right here. What if it drops loot? What if it drops 30 gold worth of loot? It's gonna fall over in like 5 seconds anyway. You'll be fine. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, 37 gold worth of loot. Alright. So that got me up to 335. This time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it again. Maybe I'll see if I can find the mobs and then do it again. Oh, Weechy. You got Weechy all set up now. Okay. That is substantially cuter than leeches. Oh, hang on. There's a little treasure up here. I have the Eyes of the Weaver weekly that I picked up, and I'm trying to do it just like while I'm here kind of thing. I love being walkable so I don't have to dig my car out regularly in the winter. Although walking in snow is not always as much easier depending on how far you have to go. In Victoria, I would walk to the grocery store in snow because I wasn't going to drive, and people generally stop delivering once the roads are no longer clear. And it's fine, like I made it, but it's a workout for sure. Although I have this contraption, I have a backpack that is like insulated. I think it was designed so people could take like, I don't know, beer to the beach or something, like cold drinks to a picnic. But I use it to haul groceries back. I put like my cold groceries in it, and then it's great because you can wear it on your back, so you don't have to like have them all hanging off your arms. That's why so many people are near cross-country skis, see them on the roads and sidewalks. I should get some. Imagine myself just snowshoeing to get groceries. It would be a little bit of an odyssey, I think. Not a bad idea. I mean, you'd have to take them off in the store, and then you'd have to figure out how you're going to carry around your snowy snowshoes while you're shopping without making a huge mess. That's the first thing that occurs to me. It's just the anxiety of like, oh my gosh, I don't want to make massive puddles in the store. I'm not going to clomp around in snowshoes indoors. Pardon me. All right. We're doing it again, and this time I'm going to count how much venom I'm getting, and I'm also going to set myself a little timer, see how long it takes. Take a lock? Just lock your pair of snowshoes to the bike rack. That's a cute idea, actually. That would probably work. What am I doing? I am getting my timer out. Show a stopwatch. And we're starting at 335. I'm going to type that in chat just so it's... There we go. Just so I can remember. Congratulations. It's doubling as a notepad. All right. So I guess what I'd want to do is pull... Not an insane amount of packs, because at a certain point they start kind of CCing you, but a couple packs at a time here. Because it's possible somebody in Wowhead like did some math where they had timed how long it took to do the follower dungeon versus how long it took to do the 2 rares. But I don't remember what patch they did that in, and it's possible that they it's possible that it was like patches ago before we had all of this gear. Shouldn't the store have a place to clean the shoes? Do your grocery stores have snowshoe cleaning stations? I've never seen such a thing. There's usually like a mat that you could like, I don't know, brush off like a little bit of dirt from like regular boots. A boot brush thing at the door? I don't know. I don't know if I've seen one. I guess I haven't looked. Okay. We want to get a bunch of this stuff rounded up, so grab these guys. These guys. And these guys. Don't do it. Untrack the quest and mindlessly grind until it's done. The math can make you sad. Said as somebody who did that in 11.0. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we'll get it done, and it'll be nice because I'll do it with you guys, but you probably have a point. This and this. They can make a washing machine for the shoes. How fun is that? Like a car wash for your feet. I was looking at a flyer of like a home and a kitchen and bath things that a hardware store wanted to sell. And they had like as one of their inspo photos, like a laundry room that had like a whole dog wash set up in it with like a little doggy sitting in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the dream. Even though like I don't wash my dog that often. I pretty much wash him when he gets stinky or like if he has a special occasion to be ready for. He's more or less a self-cleaning model. It's the shedding that's the problem. I could fully renovate my home to include a dog wash station and then easily never wash my dog. Like I may as well just have a shower that I could walk into and then he can use it if he wants. I don't think we need to have an extra one. I think I'm getting a little away from myself. Uh-oh. I have a husky. I can tell you about shedding. Yeah. My puppy's a Shepherd Husky Malamute etc. mix, so he's got a good double coat on him. Has Moose gotten a bath? No, he has not gotten a bath at the new place yet. He could probably use one, but no luck. Smelly dog. Turn hose on doggy. He doesn't know what to do with the hose. He doesn't really want to be sprayed, but he also kind of wants to bite it, and he can't quite figure out what to do with himself whenever I'm watering the garden. It's funny. You hands got to be more hair. I think we probably tie. I think it would come down to the size of the dog, but I think we probably tie. You feel my pain. We're brethren in Fernados. Over here. And these ones. Show him dog videos playing with the hose. What if the reason he doesn't want to have a bath is because I watched too many girl with the dogs videos around him and he saw a bunch of other dogs not wanting to take a bath? And, you know, screaming like they're dying. He's a 120% handsome good boy. He's a very handsome good boy. He's not usually super chatty. He's normally very much like a dog that you're going to see and not hear. But this morning, I guess he really had to go outside. He came up to my side of the bed and he like pokes me with his nose and he goes, oh. It was really funny. And I'm like, what? And he's like, he doesn't normally like talk, but he can if he's really, really overwhelmed with feelings. Wouldn't have to come up to the bed if he slept in the bed. Yeah, no, I don't know why you want that. It's not your dog, not your bed. He doesn't even want to come up on the couch with me anymore. He's allowed on the couch. I love having cuddles with my puppy on the couch. He would snuggle up right behind me and we would watch a movie or something. But ever since we moved, he doesn't want to get on the couch or the chair anymore. I don't know why. Maybe if we rearrange the furniture again. But like he has enough room to get up on everything. He has the rug for traction for jumping off of. I don't know what it is, but he will not get back up on the couch. Is he in guard mode? I don't think so. He seems to be in normal moose mode. He's snoozing right now out there. Does he at least lay next to the couch? No, he lays on his doggy beds. I've got a couple of them that are pushed together right now because I haven't like picked out where they go. And they're like laying next to each other and they're kind of the same height. Okay, I think that was 6 minutes. And it went from 335 to 387. So what is that? 52? 52 in 6 minutes. So yep, that is much faster. It is better. All right. All right. But when he's on, so he likes to lay on this dog bed, but he likes to spread himself out across 2 dog beds. So now I don't have the heart to split them up because he seems to want to have the jumbo mattress because they were big dog beds to begin with, but they're even bigger now. There's a ghost on the couch. Oh, what if it's me? I'm the ghost on the couch. Get this done today, 780 or something Venom. Yeah. A little bit at a time is a good way to do it. You know, like get like, I don't know, 100 in a day or something would be really reasonable. I betcha I could get faster at this section if, like the pathing of it. Like I think if I figured out, I don't even need to do like super mega pulls or anything because they get kind of, with the NPCs, they get kind of spread out anyway. You're not going to get a super good giga pull because at a certain point the tank is just going to start tanking. Shards are trickier. Only seemingly gotten new ones and alts leveling from 70 to 80. 8 out of 10 on those. Oh, you're so close. Oh yeah, I wanted to try, there's like a, I wanted to try something for the shards. Maybe I should position over there so I can do it in between City of Echoes runs. I was pleased with how much progress we made yesterday on this, actually. Getting the Nerubian chitin step done felt pretty good. And I'm really relieved that we cleared Maniforge Omega. I'm wondering if we're even going to go back and do any more of it. Like, I definitely, there's stuff that I want from the raid, but, you know, I won't be heartbroken if we never get to it. Because if we're off for 2 weeks, are we really going to come back on after? I feel like 70 to 80 has a higher chance for at least 1 shard, because I went through from launch to Undermine in my main without seeing more. Yeah, I've heard good things about farming on those levels. I don't think they have a higher drop rate, but I think that they tend to spend more time in Isle of Dorn content. There's not a lot of reason to do Isle of Dorn content on a level 80 character. Would you rather it was all one big grind, or do you like the many smaller grinds? I kind of like this trio of grinds where it's like a big one and then a medium one and then a smaller-ish one. Because, like, yeah, there's another step, and then you finish that, and then you're like, oh, man, there's another step. But at least it's a smaller step than the last step. Like, you know you can grind 1,000 things because you just grind 1,500 of them. And then I'm assuming that after this, 500 will seem even better. Cozy. I could just fall asleep right here just farming. So there's kind of a platform, and then the middle bit. These mobs you can't fight, but these mobs you can. We're doing Heroic Demi now. How many pulls, nights, hours did it take? We just got them last night. I don't remember how many nights or hours, but I can look in my DBM. Right? Yeah, I can look at my DBM. Raids. Well, that's not right. So they have DBM on. Yeah, of course I had DBM on. Maybe I didn't have DBM raids on. I don't know, actually. I think it was like our 3rd week of pulling, and we pulled them a little tiny bit for like an hour or so the first week. And then, if I had to guess, I would say like 5 hours. Maybe not even quite that many. Don't make yourself nuts, just wondered. I'm just, did I do all of our progression without DPM alerts on? Mine didn't work out last night either. Okay, looking at pull counts for heroic prog sound feels like opening a Pandora's box. We were definitely pulling for a while. Last night, we did Dimensius 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So last night we pulled him 12 times, killed him on number 12. But we probably did another, I don't know. I would say probably somewhere in the range of 30. I'm guessing, though. I'm totally 100% guessing. Okay, so I did the top little platform. Did I? Yeah, over there. I did this side. I did this side. Guess that says something for your raid leader that you didn't miss not having alerts. Oh my gosh, our raid leader is amazing, especially in P1, but basically for the entire fight, he was being like human DBM the entire time, and it was necessary. Like, he knows when every mechanic is coming, he's like, all right, we're gonna do this, and now rescue your friends, and now get in for the knockback, and then you're gonna drop your puddles, and this one's gonna come quickly, and then you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do this. And it's perfect, because that's exactly what we need to not mess it up, because it's so easy to forget that there's like a tank knockback coming, and if you're not perfectly positioned, you're gonna die. So he just he narrates the entire thing. That's what it takes. Day, you were right though. Phase 3 was by far the easiest phase. We almost killed it the first time we saw it, but we had like a bunch of people dead. And then we had to get back to phase 3 like 2 or 3 more times after that. But the first time we had the pull going into phase 3 with everybody up, we had it easy, no problem. Listen to Max from Liquid. Yeah, basically doing the same thing. A lot of people on the Twitch subreddit saying drops are wonky. Feel like I'm being tricked, not a Twitch guy otherwise. Did you get your, I mean, the drops I think ended today, I want to say, for the Shade for Brew Thief. I think today was the last day for it, if it's still up. It might be over now. Did you enjoy progging it? Yeah, I guess. It was a cool fight. Heroic raid prog is always kind of a mood though. It's something that's hard for me to stay focused on, and this patch we were so tired. I was so tired from moving and everything and being sick for a while. I did at least one prog night like the day that I moved. Literally I raided on moving day, and then I was like really ill. I actually had to miss a prog night because I was too sick to raid. So it was just kind of not great circumstances. Did I have a favorite raid boss of this expansion? Maybe. I must have. Soul Hunters is kind of fun. That can't be it, though. Hope they do a mount again someday for a Twitch drop. Another lesser desired TCG one, maybe? Yeah, that'd be cool. Healing must have been stressful. Only ever tanked or done DPS. It's, I mean, it depends on how things are going, but yeah, it's exciting. It's very dynamic. There's a lot to do. You can't, I mean, I guess it's true for everybody. You can't really slack off and just hope it'll come together. Had fun in Onsurek. Right, Onsurek. Yeah, Onsurek was kind of a crazy fight. I loved, oh, you know what? My favorite fight has to be something from Undermine. I loved raiding Undermine. I really liked Styx Bunk Junker, actually. I very much enjoyed the trash rolling game. I thought that was great fun. Crush the healing. Did I get a good parse? Was it an 80 plus? I like it when it's 80 plus. It reminds me of school and trying to get an A. Some fun fights in Undermine. Sprocketmonger Lockenstock was fun to say and to raid. Plus he had the great voice lines. Yeah, Sprocketmonger was fun. Gallywix himself was kind of a letdown, but there was some good raids and fights in there. My poor partner kept hearing me say, Ricky, reverb here. My go-to involuntary voice command was shaking out ya bones. There's Lockenstock had some good ones. I call this one the green noise. Cauldron of Carnage was funny. Dinosaur versus gorilla. It was a cool like concept for the fight. Practically, it was like not It was fine. It wasn't awful. It wasn't great. It was just kind of boring. But Undermine was my favorite raid overall, I think. Wish I'd gotten the renown high enough for the Mechasaur. I need to go back and get my renown higher. Maybe I should be sitting in an LFR queue. Vexy and the stupid boss spawn that killed people. Oh, I love that. That was so funny. What a way to start a raid. Welcome to Liberation of Undermine. Have some vehicular manslaughter. Good stuff. Every raid's got to have something that just kills people who aren't fully prepared for it. I feel like in Manaforge Omega, it was the holes in the bridge. I forget where it is. It's before you go to Soul Hunters, I think. I've fallen into those at least once, but I feel like it always gets somebody. I'm gonna do this side. Manaforge is the elevator down with random lightning. That too, actually. That's also pretty funny. New and innovative elevator bosses. An evoker killed me 3 times on that bridge. Do you owe them money? Why do they hate you? Lasers with the portal things kill someone every time. Yeah. I like that kind of thing. I think it's funny. I think it makes for fun moments in raid. Because, like, if you really don't want to die, you can eventually figure it out and pay attention and you'll be fine. It generally gets people that are not paying attention, which is, I think, what makes it funny. No, they're just toxic. My favorite is the Argus elevator that squishes people when it comes down. That's so funny. What I didn't like in Undermine, in terms of, like, things that kill you, is getting run over in traffic while you were trying to drive between bosses on the road. I hated that because that one would get me even if I was paying attention. I was just not a good enough car driver to not get hit with other cars, like, let alone trying to not pull other stuff. That part I could have done without. What's the point in playing Evoker Priest if you're not griefing your raid members? Yeah, I would make I would look for Flabby, and I would get in his car, and then I figure if we die, it's not my fault. Also, he's a much better driver than me. How's your week so far? Not too bad. We're doing much better on this end of the week than we were on the first end of the week, I'll tell you that much. I'm feeling much better. And I'm very happy to be feeling much better. I was getting very blue. I was getting very glum. My spirits were not up for a while. But it was good. I had my birthday on Monday. I got to see some family a little bit. I spent a bunch of time in bed watching TV, or on the couch watching TV, reading books and stuff. And now I'm feeling much better. Doing a little gaming, working on the yard, working on the house. I need to clean a little more, but there's always going to be stuff to do. I like feeling busy. I like feeling like I got stuff to do, you know? I do feel like an actual human. I feel like a living, breathing woman, you know? We're up. Being stuck in bed will do that. Guess what I started rewatching recently? I don't know why I want to say Grey's Anatomy. I'm gonna get my mother. Planting a fall garden. No. Although there's some stuff that is left over from the summer garden. I'm trying to just, like, get to know everything right now. And, like, trim back stuff that needs to get trimmed back. And doing a lot of wandering around IDing stuff. Never seen Grey's, actually. Do you still have your cat? Kitty, what do you think? You want to come up? We need some proof of life up here. Meow. There you are. Yeah, there she is. I do. Supposedly she is ill, but she's been doing very well here, so I have high hopes that she is in pretty stable condition. November soon encroaching. Never seen Grays. Me neither, but my mom loves it. I think my mom loves it anyway. Taskmaster. An excellent rewatch. Season 19 still excellent. November is Stranger Things rewatch season. Is November when Stranger Things comes out? Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. How you doing, baby girl? All right, so that's the boss. We did that platform. Did I do this side? I think so. I think we're ready to... It's hard because sometimes there's end mobs, but they're friendly. Yeah. Thank you. Hope she's well. It's been going on so long now. The kids are now young adults. Yeah, did you hear Millie Bobby Brown got married and adopted a baby? Wonderful. This happened so fast. She was just this big. Alright, am I going back in? Let's see if we can kill these two, if they're up, before we head back in. I should be. I thought Kitty was going to be really mad for a long time about the moving, because she can't see, so it's a little harder for her to adapt to new places, because she has to kind of map them out. But she seems great. She seems to be in great spirits. She's having a good time. Also, we're halfway there. The news about Millie Bobby Brown made me age a few decades. Hi. How are you? She likes it when I hold her head and then use my thumbs to pet her forehead. Yeah. That's a good one, huh? For a long time, I was like exceedingly gentle with how I pet the cat. And she likes me, so it can't have been that bad. But in the last like year or two, I've started like really giving her the scritches, and she seems to really like it. Now I feel bad that I've been holding out on her all this time. She's 11 now. She's 11. Hi, baby girl. Okay, so we do this bit. Pull these guys up here. I think the more we do this, the faster we'll get at it. Comfy. My 11-year-old cat loves being scratched so hard, but my 1-year-old kitten prefers it gentle. What if they just take time to warm up to it? That could be it. Something with age, yeah. Could be. She keeps trying to walk out our front door. I think it's because like I can let my dog out into the yard from a door now, and I think she knows that Moose is going out the door, so she wants to go out the door, and I have to prevent her from doing so because she's not an outdoor cat. And the last thing I want to do is lose Kira in the woods out here. That would not be a good day. I don't know what she would do if she got out, because she's not really like a go anywhere quickly kind of cat, because like she can't see where she's going, but it's still it's not a game we want to play. We've never lost her yet, and I'm not about to start. Hi, baby. Their new place has so much natural light that it's a little hard to sleep in when you're sleepy. I have blackout curtains up in the bedroom, but like there's light coming in like the other doors that attach to the bedroom, and I don't usually close the doors all the way because the cat and the dog both like to kind of come in and out. And my last place was so dark that you didn't need to. You could leave the doors open and it would still be dim. But I think I might need to start closing them at least halfway because it was bright out this morning and I was still tired. I wasn't ready to wake up yet. I was still busy having weird dreams. I have a small scarf I drape over my eyes for that reason. Oh, you're not into the mask? I used to have like a silk mask, and then I lost that, and then I have like a hood basically that I put on, like I'm from the 1800s, but it's just like a silk lined or fake silk hood, and it's supposed to keep my curls from breaking on each other. But the nice thing is that it's long enough I can kind of pull it over my eyes, but it'll come up a little bit while I'm sleeping. Got my Tolbarad dragon. Oh, nice! Congratulations! Cheap with getting new items when I have a perfectly good navy scarf. Yeah, if it's working, it's working. I'm the same kind of way. Like, if I have a solution that's already working, I don't need to redo it a different way. I get that. I use my cat's belly. What? I'm not gonna use you. She went, meow. Sorry, kitty, am I being too animated? I'll calm down. Oh, I forgot how nice it was to have the warmer on my feet. It's so nice. This is the best piece of Amazon garbage I ever bought. All right, so we've cleared out this side, so we're gonna do the middle and then the far side. So we'll go maybe up the middle and then back down the far side. I think that's what we'll do. I don't even keep track of where the NPCs are, to be honest. I don't really look at it. They can keep up if they want. I think I can get the Venom step done today. I think in the follower dungeon with all of this gear and everything, I think we can get at least the Venom step done. The blood might take longer than that, but we'll see. We're only 1 hour in, and we're up to 544. Yeah. I think the math might check out. Did I do that lower section yet? Did it all in one day? It sucks. Like the whole quest line with the chitin and the blood and the venom and everything. Yeah. Oh, that's a big day. Did I do this part? I think I did. I think this is where we came in. Yeah. Right on this side. Have to do this platform and then we start over. I think that the follower dungeon also gets you a little bit of gold just from all the trash and the grays that you're looting and stuff. Compared to what you would get from doing just the 2 mobs out in Ajkahet. Alright. So I think that's that one. As long as you take over 5 minutes a run, I don't think you're hitting instance cap. 6 minutes a run, I guess that's the threshold. So I guess there's no huge hurry anyway. Oh, we should look for the 2. There. We can do these 2 in between. $566. Hi, Hazel and chat. How's it going? Hello, Angela. It's going well. I am farming Nerubian Venom today. We are over halfway through. I'm still doing those 2 rares in Siegehold, but I've started doing City of Threads as well. The mount was a perfect match for Nerubar Palace's DH Mythic tier set, so I just had to get it ASAP. Nice. You have there some of my flag colors that I created recently after I became superstitious a few years ago. Oh. I've never created a flag. That's cool. Like on my clothes? I'm kind of lucky. I wear a lot of blues and greens. I like them. They remind me of the trees in the ocean. Or lakes or rivers or general bodies of water. I guess the sky too, if we're being picky about it. Green and blue are just very like outside colors here. Make sure I get this one too. Got 668 of 1,000. It's driving me crazy. Here, I'll race ya. You got a head start. Guild makes fun of me for always doing solo content, but it's like a vibe. Oh, it totally is. I love doing world quests on my own. I get like stuck. Like I'll be on my computer doing something else, and then I'll just find myself doing world quests. Somebody will message me being like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Listen, it's for 800 gold." You don't understand. It's nice. Put on a little music. How you feeling today? Much better, much better. I'm a little sniffly, but I feel great. We killed heroic Dimensius last night for the first time. I'm officially AOTC. I'm riding around my new Royal Voidwing mount. It was a tough fight. It was tough healing. Congrats. Thank you. It was tricky. But we actually, I mean, we got it done without needing to go through our whole raid night. We finished like an hour early, which is great. Basically finished raid and was like, okay, I'm going to the couch now because I was so tired. I did a bunch of poking around in the yard yesterday and it got me really sleepy. Origin of your gamer name? Should probably know. I mean, honestly, I think I just brainstormed it. It's been so long because I came up with it probably 12 or 13 years ago. I think I just sat down and brainstormed a bunch of options and decided I liked it. There's no like real clever story or anything, I don't think. Progan got to like 52% in heroic. Nice. Yeah, once you're in phase 3, you're on the home stretch for sure. The phase 3 was the easiest for us by far. Bogdan, you're not making a lot of sense and you're kind of freaking me out. Can you say something that will assure me that you're not a robot? You're giving word cloud right now. Hopefully clear in heroic. 5-8 right now. Nice. Saladar might hold you up for a little bit. That was a wall for us. We took some doing. Started Mythic Dimensius last night. It's one of the scariest fights I've ever had to heal. Luckily, not a priest anymore, so I won't get flown off. Yes. After this step, there's one more step where they want you to get blood. They want you to get 500 blood. But apparently it's, once again, kind of a follower dungeon situation. Hazel, can you say these specific words? So I can AL your voice, do weird things. Oh. Oh, AI your voice. Mm-hmm. Saladar feels like it's got maybe one too many things going on. Yeah, it's busy for sure. Right, let's grab these guys. Speaking of word clouds, I have a really unreasonable dislike, bordering on hatred, for word clouds as corporate art. You know when you go into like a restaurant and they have like a wall and it just says things like fresh, delicious, yummy, cucumbers, peppers. Hate it. Hate it. Can't stand it. So lazy. So tacky. Stop it. Words, if you want words to be decoration, you have to turn them into like poetry or something. You can't just spit a bunch of vaguely related adjectives on the wall. Like fresh burger in a place that makes burgers. Yeah. I won't eat at those places. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do it at Subway. And I don't have Subway so often anymore, but I haven't fully given it up either. Yeah, any signs or decorations that are like mainly words are a little tough for me. I'm not going to tell anybody else how to decorate their home because I don't think everybody would like how I want to decorate mine. That's the beauty of your home, is you get to do whatever you want with it. But I'm not a big. I browsed a lot of properties and I toured a lot of properties, and there was an awful lot of, I think, realtor provided, but maybe sometimes homeowner provided signs that were things like, yeah, you know, they weren't specifically live, laugh, love, but they were definitely live, laugh, love adjacent. What is the reward at the end of all this? It's a mount. It's the Siesbarg mount. This guy. The only one I don't hate is live, laugh, toaster, bath. Hope you're getting settled into your new place. Thank you, Paratrooper wife. Yeah, we're feeling... I can't believe I've only been here for like, what, 3 weeks? I think it's like 3 weeks that I've been here now. And I was sick for 2 of them. I can't believe... Because I feel like I've always been here to some extent. I was outside this morning and I was like... Yeah. I feel it's a little spooky. It's a little bit like a fate feeling, like I was meant to end up here. I think I'm going to be here for a long time. I just have a feeling. I love that mound. I have a weird love for bugs in this game. Burger, cow, poo, grass, lettuce. There's this little story that I've told before about browsing fishing hats that had phrases on them for my partner who likes fishing. And there's a lot of like really tacky ones that have some variant of the phrase, women want me, fish fear me, which is a mood. But it gets more, the more you Google and the more you scroll through the like, you know, like drop shipped garbage, the more like jumbled the phrase gets. And we found one, and we didn't buy it, but we found one that had the phrase, women want fish, me fear me, and that's the best possible incarnation of that sentence. So those women, they just want fish. And I have anxiety. Oh, hey, it's the convoy again. Yeah, let's do this. This is apparently like a rare kind of. I wonder if it'll count for my Eyes of the Weaver here. Don't know if you watch Taskmaster UK. Saw a sign the other day in the Style of Live Laugh ones. It said destroy, dismantle, engulf in flames. Before I watched Taskmaster Series 19, I had seen some of Jason Mantzoukas' like talk show appearances, and he talked about how he like destroyed the set every time. So when I went into watching this expecting things to be literally engulfed in flames, and he was like the regular amount of chaotic. I don't know. Maybe it was worse behind the camera. Okay. 627 of 1,000. Here we go. Me fear me is sometimes true. Hubby and I watched the first Taskmaster, the new season, last night. Yeah, it was good. Taskmaster is the only property for which I will pay for their proprietary streaming service. I don't do it all year round. I cancel it when I'm not using it. But if I'm in the mood to do a good Taskmaster rewatch, I'll just get Supermax and watch it that way. Seems like they would overplay the chaos for the camera. You would think. Maybe they overhyped the chaos for the interviews. Maybe that was it. How many are you getting per run? Still in the first part. 1,500 chitons. Those I was getting like 100 to 120 or so per run of City of Echoes. Up to the second boss is the good part for that. These ones I'm getting like, what did I get? Like 45, 50, 52? I think I got 52 for clearing all the trash up to the first boss. And then resetting. What dungeon was that again? City of Echoes, the other one. There's the Echo City and the Thread City. Honestly, I couldn't tell you for $1,000 which one of them is Arakara. I know one of them is Arakara. I couldn't tell you which. There are a bunch of spiders in a dungeon. Oh. Definitely slacking on this map, but I love how it looks. No time like the present. Free on YouTube now? Oh, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like Alex Horn deserves my $8 a month. Happy to let them have the ad revenue. Mm-hmm. Should I do the middle bit? Yeah. Finally got Elenira after not getting any shards for months. Now you've got 2 extra in your bags. Nice. What's your secret? How'd you do it? I don't know if it would be any good or not, but I'm surprised with how many regional spin-offs of Taskmaster there are. I'm surprised that there isn't like a North American one, like a Canadian or an American one. Apparently there's a Quebec, like a French-Canadian one. Somewhere. There's so many. There is. I read. I don't have like a link or a name or anything, but I heard something. I was poking around online. There was a US one, but it was bad. Oh, looking for this right now. I got 3 and 4 delves when I needed 1, so delves. Okay. Good to know, good to know. I wanted to do delves this week anyway, but I'm kind of hung up on doing this now. I got a little fixated on the Siesbarg thing, and I might be doing this all week. There it is, started in 2022. There you go. Know what I'm watching during delves tonight. You'll have to let me know if it's any good. The only non-UK variants that I've watched is I watched 2 seasons of Australia. Did I make it through 2 seasons actually? Maybe I just made it through the first season of Taskmaster Australia. Maybe I did too. I liked Tom Cashman. Dungeon mobs don't leash. Yeah, I don't think they do. Because I'm in a follower dungeon, I have an NPC tank, so there's not a whole lot I can do about whatever they decide they want to do. But if you were, you could probably honestly come in here on like normal difficulty and do the same thing. Some of these mobs can stun. I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but some of them can stun, so I try to go kind of medium on them. Only want to see the UK version. It's the best one by far. It's the chemistry that the hosts have is unmatched, I would say. I wonder at what point in this grind I'm going to feel like I'm almost done. Maybe 800. Maybe if we get to 800, the last 200 will feel like not such a big deal. We've made good work on this today, for sure. I mean, we're almost at 700. That's pretty good. What is your favorite way of making gold? The most fun is probably gold world quests, because I get so excited about, like, wow, you mean if I get these 8 pieces of luggage from the baggage claim, you're gonna give me 1,000 gold? But the way I've made probably the most of my gold is alchemy in Dragonflight, and then to some extent in War Within as well. Crafting things that I can sell in the auction house with like good profession knowledge traits and gear and everything like that. That's done pretty well for me. But yeah, I like world quests and like the gold that you get from doing like weekly boxes and stuff like that, because it just, I don't know, it seems like such a good deal. Like picking flowers, it's calming. I also do love fishing. I don't do a ton of it. I don't know why. I don't know what my excuse is. If I like it so much, maybe I should do more of it. Oh, my hands are so cold. Right, we're going to make it to 700 this time. I wonder if now that I've bought Midnight, if I'm going to keep making gold for tokens and then use my BNet balance for... I mean, I could save it up for the next expansion. I could save it up for the last Titan. If I start now, I'm probably going to be more ready next time. Or, you know, they're always putting out shop bundles, but I don't know if I want shop mounts. It's the principle of the thing. Hey, Hazel finally caught your stream. Hello, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. I guess I could save up gold to, like, have a bunch of gold, but... maybe. make a couple mil just to hold on to it, and they might make another gold sink at some point. Over here. This is kind of the middle area. Here's a normal end of expat gold sink. Feels like housing's gonna be the future of gold sinks. Yeah, that's probably true. I like spending gold in gold sinks when it's like an NPC vendor gold sink and there's no other way to get the thing. But if it's just spending gold on another player who did the work for me, I would almost always prefer to do the work myself. A couple of exceptions. I ended up buying for gold the donkey and the horse mount, golden mane and the terrified pack mule. Both of those I bought for gold at the end of BFA because I'd farmed the other two by hand and it took so long. But usually for a gold sink, I want it to be something like the frogs or the Brutosaur or whatever it was. $704. Less than 300 to go. We're cruising. I don't know why I try and pull so many in Shadow Crash and I have a target cap. It's only so much we're going to be able to do here. What are the best things I could do to prepare for housing? I guess there's professions. If I wanted to be really thorough about it, I would set up an alt with every profession and like go and level old professions. But that's such a big ask, you know, that's kind of an enormous project. Maybe there's something I can do to prepare for housing that's like less aggressive. Need to start farming Venom. You're almost caught up to me and I started the quest months ago. You gotta get in here, it's good stuff. The fun project. I would just need to be organized, I think, about it. I just have too many projects that I'm already doing in WoW. I feel like I want to finish some stuff before I start new stuff. I should just make Chetless my whole personality. That's what I should do. The Augment Rune is someone who mainly does tier 8 and 11 delves. Seems too much. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I'm going to buy it. And I, like, raid and do keys and stuff. I think I'm just going to sit it out, you know. Save my 100k. I hope they had crafted furniture as part of trade skills. I think they're going to. I'm pretty sure that's announced. Antsy to know when they'll be releasing the pre-patch, but I think it'll just be a couple weeks' notice. I think you're right. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. In the middle section, so now we just need this part. For midnight, but that's because I'm planning a ski trip in March. Man, it feels like a long way away. We still have Christmas first. I'm so excited to do Christmas in my house. I'm gonna decorate. I'm gonna put up lights. I'm gonna have to find a spot for my tree. I'm gonna hang the stockings. That'll be fun. What am I missing with player housing? Just not super interested? I mean, that's totally fine. It's not everybody's cup of tea. There's certainly going to be people that like do the bare minimum or do nothing with it. Yeah, totally fine if it's not your thing. I'm just excited about it. It's I think it's the current economical climate in a lot of places makes it harder to own a home or to have like as much space as you want to do as much as you want with it. So the fantasy of doing so in a game is pretty attractive. You're gonna put up so many lights at a Trips a Breaker? Maybe, but they're LEDs, right? Like lights, LED lights do not suck a lot of power. You can do quite a few of them before you get into breaker tripping areas, even with old electric. Other types of bulbs take a lot more. Reminds me of housing in Animal Crossing. Yeah. I can't believe how customizable the WoW housing is going to be. Like how granular the control over it is. I think that's incredible. It's way more than what I had expected when I was like daydreaming about it. Vendor some stuff and clear a little room. I got a bunch of garbage in my bags here. 12 max per 15 amp breaker, but LEDs, you can go like 400. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was looking at like a flyer for kitchen and bath stuff, and they had a set of LED strips that was intended to be like under cabinet lighting, and they wanted $400. And I have bought LED strips because I have them on the back of my shelf. I've used them for decorating for the stream and whatever. I know they are not worth $400. It's just the markup because it's like a glam looking kitchen thing, and you know people are like budgeting a lot of money for their renos or whatever. Oh my god. What else is marked up that much? That's terrifying. I replaced my disc belt with a hero belt. I don't know exactly when it's getting nerfed, but it is getting nerfed in an upcoming patch. And I think for some people it was worth it to replace with a hero belt anyways, as long as it was good stats. Can't grab your LED strips off AliExpress. The one on the back of the shelf there is from Amazon, and it's got I think it's been running for probably 7 years now. Pretty much 24/7. Like, I don't turn that one off. The lamp turns off, but the LED strip that's been glued to the back of that IKEA shelf has been going pretty close to nonstop for a long time. It's fine. They're good. They're counting on non-gamers not knowing how much LED strips are super cheap. Yeah, crazy. Oh, man. We're at 756. Let's get these ones. They may not come back on. I mean, I unplug them when I vacuum just because that's the... Or I used to unplug them when I vacuum because that was the outlet that I used to plug my vacuum into, and that was always fine. I don't even know how to turn them off with a button. I think I lost that remote years and years ago. Oven light did that. I think if it was gonna not turn back on after being turned off, it was about ready to go anyway. There are so many things I want to do around the house. I just gotta pace myself. Pick one thing at a time. No hurry. No rush. Sure. So I came from there. I think I've done this part. Adderall, that's how I get stuff done. Yeah. I as fun as I am, do not have ADHD or anything similar. And therefore should probably stay clear of uppers. Being able to do things with your new toy. I love my house. Don't get me wrong, it's a little old and creaky and some stuff doesn't work, but it's my house. Meaning to get more things, to put things up on my wall, but I've been lazy about getting the proper materials to do so. Once you get it up, though, it's so satisfying, because, like, you're hanging things basically once, and then you get to enjoy them for however many more years you're there. Exactly, it's my broken stuff, precisely. Yeah, many of us are old and creaky, and it's fine. That's good. Trying to get into WoW properly. Okay, switching between DPS and healer with the same gear. I do it. I get away with it more or less. If you're getting into harder and harder content or you're finding you want more throughput, you may want to collect a second set of gear that has... It kind of depends on what the best stats are. It's more about the secondary stats than anything else. Healer trinkets will be a bit different than DPS trinkets, but you can heal pretty well with most DPS trinkets, especially if they're just giving you stats. But I don't even really bother. Crit is pretty good for both Holy and Shadow, so I just have a lot of crit and I call it okay. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess it could be a bit primary stat. I didn't really think of that. But most gear has both primary stats on it. There's not very many pieces. I guess weapons, but most pieces will not. Weapons and trinkets. I'm gonna flip. Haste mastery, then crit. Let's see if we can clear the other side here. Will you play Remix? Of course I will. We'll have a great time. I'll stream it, do some collecting, see how much stuff we can get. It'll be fun. I'm going to wrap around this side, do this platform, and then do the stuff that is right in front of the boss there. Oh, almost at 800. Yeah, and it's only 10:30. We're going to finish this today for sure. This part, anyway. We'll have to see how the next one goes. I don't know what kind of primary stat Devoured Demon Hunter is going to use. I would guess it's still Agi, but I don't know that for a fact. If it ever came up, I never heard about it. Is it intellect? Oh. They confirmed it uses int. Crazy. That's fun. Wait, that's more competition for int trinkets. So there's going to be like int glaives? I think that's the end of my run here. I think we did pretty much everything we were going to be able to do here. Yeah, I did that side already. All right. They said int, but still TBD. Gotcha. Oh, hi, kitty. They said Glaze will have Agi and int. Let's find these two and then we'll go back in. If this means int glaives for my Ardruid, I'm all for it. I mean, can Ardruids equip glaives anyways? They would need to get the weapon type added, right? Please, no. No more transmog competition. Don't get me wrong, I think a druid with glaives would be sick. I think that would be really cool. I'd be right in there with you. I had a dream that I was looking through my character list and I found a Zandalari troll hunter. I said something on stream yesterday about how I could make one, and then I had a dream that I already had one, and I had just forgotten about it. What a boring dream to just be tabbing through your World of Warcraft character list. Is that really what my subconscious is up to? Gosh. What do I want to do? Do I want to grab this stuff? I'm going to go left. People have work dreams all the time. Wow, is your job? I guess so. Even one's subconscious can be addicted to mock. It was a female Zandalari troll, and I remember I wanted to make a male one. Actually, I had a dream last night that I was in Scotland with my old colleagues. I just normally have such, like, crazy, wacky, complicated dreams that having such a simple, regular one is a little weird. Weird because I never remember my dreams. I remember my dreams most whenever I'm getting poor sleep. If I'm, like, waking up and falling asleep a lot and I'm dozing through, like, the early morning, that's when I'm going to remember the most of my dreams. It's when my sleep cycle gets interrupted. Male Zandalari Troll Shaman with the Antora's Mythic Tier set. Chef's kiss. Okay. This one. Oh. Recently had a dream of my brother opening a pack of VTuber cards and getting a god pack. Brother doesn't care about TCG, and I'm not even sure he knows what VTubers are. I didn't know there were cards. Are there trading cards? I thought they were just streamers. I'm a little out of the loop. Hello. Hello. Good early morning to you. Early tomorrow morning. Well, I guess it's only tomorrow for me. It's never tomorrow for you because it's always today. Can only ever be today. We are on the second step of the Siesbarg questline, and I am getting towards the end of it. We're 837 of 1,000 Venom. 841 of 1,000 Venom. 1:33 a.m. Yes, true. Early. Some companies that made card games about VTubers. I think there's 4 or 5 different ones by now. I guess if somebody's going to buy it, someone's going to sell it. If I was a trading card, I would want to have a good power. I don't know what that power would be. But I would want to be a pretty strong card. You don't want to be a bad card. Yeah, with that entirely. Venom, same mobs as chitin. Had the same quest since almost day 1 of season 1. About 50 chitin to go on the first stage. Supposedly there's like a smaller subset of Nerubians that drop. It's always Nerubians, and after Venom you get Blood, which is also Nerubians. But I think that the subset of the types of Nerubians that can drop them get smaller each time. So I farmed most of my chitin in City of Echoes. I'm farming most of my Venom in City of Threads. And then one of those 2 is good for Blood as well. So it's basically just follower dungeons all the way. But the exact areas that you're farming, or like the parts of the dungeon that you're farming, will change. For the Blood, I'm just doing the trash before the first boss. I'm not even killing the first boss unless I feel like it. Arakara good for Blood, supposedly. Good power could be a resin death, like some battle pits do. I think if I was a character in like a video game, I would want to be some kind of a pet character. You know, I would have like a cat and a dog and some fish. And I would buff myself by drinking tea. You would engage me in combat, and my character would be like, "Hold on," and then she would have a huge mug, and she would go glug 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 glug. And then you'd have the menagerie coming at you. That would be me. Hazel of the Root Bloom, already an MTG card. Probably a coincidence. A monk? I mean, monks I feel like are drinking green. I guess I drink green tea. I drink a lot of mint tea lately just because it's herbal, it's caffeine free, and it's cheap. And it's nice on my tummy. Warms me up. I want to grow different local plants. I want to grow different, like... I had a book that I bought about, like, medicinal perennials that you can grow in the Pacific Northwest. And I thought, that sounds like fun. I could have, like, a little witchy medicine garden. Don't get me wrong, I'll still seek medical attention when it's necessary, but, grow some nice plants. Okay, that put us at 865. You can go to Rakahat and Ashkahet. Tons of mobs there that respawn quick. Oh, nice. We're getting there. We're almost at the blood step. We are 875 of 1,000 here. Mom is the crazy lady in the street that picks weeds from her lawn to make tea. Does she eat dandelions too? Dandelions apparently have tons of vitamins. Like if you're sure that they've not been sprayed with anything, dandelion salad or like even cooking them into like a curry, apparently really good for you. I have a lot of dandelions. I haven't tried cooking them yet. Maybe I should. Maybe if I'm complaining about grocery prices, I should just start cooking the dandelions. It's good for you. They got vitamins and stuff, apparently. But they can be quite bitter, I think, if they're not at the right stage or if they're not prepared properly. Yelled at some lawn care door-to-door salesman who would not leave her alone about treating her lawn. Good. Good for her. Get them early in the spring when they're tender, otherwise they're bitter. I heard about somebody making like a sog, like a curry with cooked dandelions and stuff. And I was like, that sounds like my kind of wacky. That sounds like the kind of thing that I would do. You can eat, there's a type of, it's plantain. It's not like the banana thing, but there's a type of plant that grows here that often grows as like a weed that's edible as well. Once you prepare them properly, add the right things, they're only a little bitter. So apparently you can, if you take the roots of dandelions and you roast them and chop them up, apparently you can brew that like coffee to make something that is it's not coffee, but it's sort of similar, supposedly. I've never tried it. It sounded like a lot of work. You can make a mead and you can make a great pesto. Prepare them properly, add the right things, only a little bitter. Should I try blending some dandelions into my basil to make my cheap pesto? Pesto would be really affordable to make if it weren't for pine nuts and Parmesan. So sometimes I make it just with basically just basil, olive oil, and garlic. Maybe a little salt, pepper, and lemon juice. Maybe. Because the cost of the pesto ingredients is being largely carried by the cheese and the pine nuts. Basil itself is effectively free if you're growing it. You can, as much sun and sunlight as you've got, it'll grow. Garlic, again, very affordable, very cheap, very flavorful. Pine nuts will cost you an arm and a leg, though. Yeah. Basil smells so good. I love watering my basil because every time you disturb the plant, it just smells amazing. Mom took some class about all the things you can forage from the woods. If society ever collapses, my mom will save the family. That's fantastic. That sounds like a really cool course to take. I need an alliance to get a troll equivalent for my shaman. I love the aesthetic, but I hate the idea of being horde. I mean, maybe we'll get Heronir. That's pretty close, eh? Would that work for you? I mean, we're gonna get Heronir. I'm assuming they're gonna be for both factions. I don't know if they announced a faction for them. I'm assuming it's gonna be kind of Panda style and Earthen style. They don't seem to split them up anymore. They did say both factions. Yeah, good. I figured they would. It would be weird if they didn't. Yeah, we're all friends now. Hmm. 905. Less than 100 venom left to go. Terribly exciting. Buddy is really into his alliance PvPRP and is not happy that we're friendly with the horde. Oh no. I don't think he's going to be having any better of a time as we continue on. Satisfying. Don't get the appeal of Alliance. I've always preferred Alliance a little bit. I like the branding better. But I like a lot of horde races very much. So it's nice to me that it's easy to play both now because that's what I do. I like having undead and troll characters. You said if you like the raid but someone's ruining it, why be in that guild? Went back to my old guild, different chapter. Love it so far, multiple raids a week. US, but the time zone exactly opposite, not too bad. Oh, good for you. That's wonderful. Yeah, life's too short to spend a bunch of time with people like that if you don't have to. Alright, we're gonna grab this guy. And these ones. And down here, and then up onto that side. And then we'll probably run this 2 more times. 1 or 2 more times. Maybe 1 more time, and then we'll do the 2 NPCs a few times. Because they give like 10 per round. Okay. What are we up to? 9:25. Perfect. Okay. I'll do 1 more run of this. I have a little kitty cat. Hi, sweetie. You're so cute. Do you like it here? You like having the house? It's more room, huh? She's purring, but I think that's just because I'm talking to her. What are you doing at the moment? I am working on the Nerubian Venom step, so the middle step of the quest line for Siesbarg. It's a big grindy thing. They want you to get 1,000 quest items. But I am 925 out of 1,000, so we're almost there. 936 out of 1,000. Kira isn't a mouser with her sight issues. No. Even before she lost her sight, she wasn't... I mean, I don't think she's ever seen a mouse in her life. But she would kind of chase bugs. We would get these like flying beetle-looking things. Not cockroaches, but we would get these beetles. And she would kind of sort of play with them, but she wasn't very good at it. It would keep her entertained for a while, but that was about the end of it. Moose loves hunting bugs, actually. I bet if there was a mouse, he would be all over it. I don't know if he would catch it. Maybe. He's pretty fast. Poke bug, be mildly amused, walk away. Precisely. Box elders? They were some kind of a pine beetle. I forget. I looked it up back in the day because I remember being freaked out for a minute that it was cockroaches before I looked it up and found out that they were not. We had a big beetle in here last night, late at night. My husband's like, oh, there's a cockroach! And I'm like, and he got rid of it, but then he was like, well, maybe it was just a beetle. And I'm like, all right, we're gonna move forward in the assumption that that was just a beetle, because it would be weird. Like, we haven't seen any other sign of them. The place was clean when we moved in. We've never had them. It would be very strange for them to just start wandering around. I'm pretty sure it was just a beetle. Palmetto bugs. Yeah, maybe. Kitty used to play with bugs until she tried to eat a bee, and now she leaves them alone. Oh, poor baby. I mean, I guess the bee didn't have a good time either, but... Moose has yet to learn about that. One day he's going to snap at the wrong critter. Because he likes to catch flying things out of the air. Like, he will jump up and snap his jaws to try to, like, catch, like, flies and moths and stuff. And one day he's going to do that to a bee, and he's going to learn. He hasn't gone for one yet. No spicy flies for Moose, but I feel like his day is coming. 957. $960. Oh, I didn't even do that side yet. It'll be fun to start the blood part and see how quickly that goes. Maybe we'll be able to get this whole mount today. That'd be fun. You guys get large house spiders? It depends on your definition of large. I think they're big. I've seen some that I thought were big. But somebody from a place with larger spiders might disagree with me. I've seen more different types of spiders since coming here. Because normally, like, yeah, exactly, not AU spider big. Normally, I would see, like, just, like, garden spiders. Those little, like, brown ones that, like, make the regular kind of classic spider webs in the garden. And then the ones that, like, walk on the ground in the garden. And I would see, like, wolf spiders, like those kind of pretty big-looking brown ones. We had those. We've had those. But since moving into this place, we've got like funnel web spiders. We found something that looked like a black widow. It had like the big black and red, like big butt black widow spider. Yeah, that was cool. And then there was an orb weaver in the garden that had like really cool colors. It was quite big. Yeah, I'm still on BC. Firewood will bring lots of spiders in the house. Yeah, that's probably part of it. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever leaving BC. If I'm lucky, I'm never leaving this house. Or like never moving out of this house. You know, I should probably like leave to get like, you know, supplies, go for a walk once in a while. I like it here. It's nice. Childhood's house garage had palm-sized brown spiders. Too afraid to get my bike and stuff. Yeah. No walk dash, DoorDash. Not so much of a DoorDash kind of zone anymore. It's good for me. Actually, it's probably a bit of a wash. I was going to say we're going to save a lot of money because we're not ordering food anymore, and that's true, but you know, looking after a house costs money all by itself, but it's more exciting. I like spending money on the house. You know, we're taking it easy, but like it's kind of fun, you know? Like I want to pick out which sort of things I want to install and upgrade, and you know. Brother's out that way in a cute little community you can only get to by ferry. I really want to come out and visit him. Oh, you should. Spending money in your house is so rewarding. Plus, you can lie to yourself and tell yourself you're going to get it back when you sell the place one day. In my case, it's a lie because A, I'm not selling, and B, there's plenty of upgrades you can make that you're not going to get. It's not going to be reflected back in the listing price. It's not. It's a bit of a pipe dream. But, you know, you can lie to yourself. That's fun. Yeah, investing in your future. Plus, it's the place that I'm going to live in for like a long time. I think that's a wonderful thing to invest in. Now you're going to have 2 houses to spend on when WoW adds houses. You are going to die here. That's it's a nice sentiment. It's grim when you put it like that, though. All right, so we're done here. And we need another 11, but I bet you we can go kill those 2. Too true. Just spent far too much in a new deck. Oh, but I bet it's beautiful. I bet it's gorgeous. And it's your deck. Did you build it, or did you have someone come out and work on it? Oh, there's my 2 guys. Oh. You don't even need to leave once you die. You'd make a fantastic ghost. I could haunt it. Okay. 1,000 Nerubian Venom. Woo! I won't make too much of a party because of I got a kitty cat sleeping here, but we did it. Time for step 3, which is the final step. At least the final grinding step. Built some, outsource, so other parts. Nice. It's only 500 blood. You're just yanking my chain. I think I would have to be pretty loud before the neighbors could hear me, especially if the windows are closed. You can still stream as a ghost. This is exactly what I was looking for. On to the final phase. Collect enough Nerubian blood. 500 Nerubian blood. So, speaking of kitty cat, I'm gonna get up. Take my midstream break. Kitty, I'm so sorry. I know you're so comfy, honey bear, but I gotta get up. And I come back, we'll do a little reading on Wowhead, poke around and see how we're doing. I will be right back. Bye. Now for the tricky part. Alright, Kitty, you want to come on my lap for this part? We gotta scooch. We gotta scooch. I got you. What? Okie dokie. Alright, let's see. Let's wowhead this, shall we? Nerubian blood. Don't stand there. Those webs summon Nerubians. Nerubian blood. These can be fished. I don't think that's how it's gonna do. So, non-elites up to the first boss in Arakara can drop blood. The 3 mini bosses always drop 1 blood. Okay, so apparently the drop rate does kind of suck. But somebody said the average about 96 per run. So that's only like 5 or 6 runs. The 3 main bosses never dropped any. So basically full Arakara runs is what they're saying. So let's do an Arakara run. We'll track how long it takes and we'll see how much blood we get. Ran more ads in the slightly longer stream breaks. Yes, but the trick is I can't run ads if they've run too recently automatically. So it's a bit tricky. It would be hard to time. I used to have an easier time with it. The Twitch thing made it a bit harder. They've been changing it. Okay, so we're going to get a timer here. Show stopwatch. We're going to reset that, see how long. I'm going to do basically a full clear, and we'll see how many blood we get. Or a full clear of the elites, anyway. That's what I was hearing. Elites are what we're looking for, so we're not too fussed about, like, all the little flyers and stuff. But we want, like, these guys. What do you think of the Ethereal Brand Morpher? I need to get one and play around with it to form an opinion. I don't have mine yet. It sounds fun. It sounds really cool. You do this grind so tedious. Oh, I got my first blood. Only 499 to go. It's fun being on the last step. I'm very excited to be on the final step of this. That's good. Chat, what grind is this? It's for the Siesbarg mount. There's a little quest line that you can do. Pardon me. That drops. There's a mount at the end of it. Pardon me. Gosh. Bug in my throat. And the mount looks like this. It is a grindy question, though, for sure. Yeah, the Nerubians are getting me. I have a Nerubian allergy. Oh, I've been promised, though, that a full clear will be about 96, so we'll see how we do. That mount would be a perfect racial mount for playable Nerubians, just saying. he's on the move. Alright, up to 10. That's not so bad. I think I don't even need to worry about the non-elites, honestly. Hi, Moose. You want to come see me? I'm in here if you want. No. He's going back to his bed. Sad they killed the general guy and Nubizal. I don't remember the different Nerubian characters. It must have been cool. Was it the general that we were grinding rep with? All this here. Oh, I didn't know he died. Oh, gosh. Bad day for him. I think this is going to be a longer clear, certainly, than what we were doing before, but it seems not awful. Well, the quest after the Onsrek stuff is already done. Kind of a cool character. Let's grab these guys too. Me as well. After we've done one clear of the dungeon and seen how long that took and how much blood it took, there's an outdoor farm that someone recommended to Wowhead that we can try as well to kind of have a little feel and see if it's better for us.
Defensive.
Kind of crazy. Some folks grinded this out in the PTR of the X-Pack. Yeah, some people take testing very seriously. It's impressive. Very impressive. I used to be like that, but maybe not that dedicated. I don't think I ever grinded out something that long on PTR. Theron's advance? Yeah, I just want to try this first and get some data, and then I want to try... I've got some coordinates pulled up in the top Wowhead comment. It may be the same area that you're talking about. We'll give it a look after this. It's fun to kind of like poke around and see what you like. Okay. Is it a number that you have to kill? It's a number of drops you have to get. You need 500 of the Nerubian blood for this last step. But they drop from certain elite Nerubians that you can find in here. I know some people will farm it in like an outdoor group. The nice thing about follower dungeons is that you can do it on your own. The bigger mobs drop more? I'm not sure. Someone was saying that the non-elite mobs don't drop them at all.
Crowd control.
Get the blood guard down. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. 500 seems much more reasonable than 1,000.
Crowd control.
I think this part won't be too bad. 500. The first step of the quest chain wants you to get 1,500 of a quest item, and then the second step is 1,000. So this is the most reasonable one of the three. Not too bad. Kitty's just sitting up and yawning. Right. I guess you can see her little ears there. Oh, this looks like a good pack. Yeah, we're already 10% of the way there and we just got started. We're getting some gold too. There's a Legion Archaeology reward becoming a toy next patch from one of the bigger archaeology quests. Oh, what's it called? I wonder if it's something that I already have stashed in my bank somewhere. Oh, I went backwards. I'm like, how come there's a waystone up there? It's because I did that part already. Oopsies. I think she missed it when she missed me streaming. She hangs out with me when I'm not streaming, but it's not the same. I think it's not quite, I think she likes this best. Starlight Beacon. Oh.
Run out. Run out.
Okay. Let's see how much we get from the last half. I'm assuming about 30. Yeah. I think it's because she knows when to expect where I am. You're right, I'm sitting in one spot. I'm nice and warm. My lap's not moving around too much. Pretty good. How's your kitty doing? She has a really pretty face. I think she's doing pretty good. She seems really stable. She seems to be doing well. Good energy. Up and about a bunch. Settled into the new place, which is lovely. I was worried about her. She didn't like the drive up here. Was not a big fan of the trip to get here, but once the movers were gone and she was able to kind of like wander around on her own time, she was doing much better. Same thing with me, really. I want to go back up to clear the other side. I guess I can't mount here. I don't know if we're going to finish this part today, but we can get pretty close. Yeah, she's blind. Just trial and error where stuff is. She does like a lot of walks where she'll kind of like do a lap around the house and kind of like check out where everything is. You can see that she's kind of like mapping things. She goes at a pretty slow pace and she just kind of brushes stuff with her whiskers. And that's how she figures out where things are. Confirmed north of Victoria. I hate to break it to you, but everything's north of Victoria. Victoria's kind of the southernmost tip of the island. It's literally, you go to the beach, it's the South Beach, you're looking at the States. Love how smart cats are. They adapt so well to stuff. Alright, we're gonna do these 3, and then the last boss just for fun because we're right here anyway, and then we'll see. I think this is basically how much blood we can expect from one run though. Alright, yeah, 98. Alright, so about just shy of 100. It took us about 13 minutes to do. So that's not too bad at all, but we'll try the outdoor farm after this. Yeah, respectable.
Watch your step.
I am playing a Shadow Priest. Alright, so we're heading... actually, maybe not there, because we're going to leave the city. That was just where we were turning in the quest. This way. Yeah, that's the spot. That's an easy mistake to make, you know? Dots, purple stuff. Pretty similar classes. Doing anything open world, my red paladin, but my shaman is squishy. My priest is pretty squishy, but we outgear this so much at this point that I think I should be fine. I used to hate coming down here to do the world quest because I could never find like a group for it, and I would always get myself into trouble with the mobs. All the elites here are, I think, what we're looking for. Alright. So I'm going to just take my waypoint off the map. Or not. That's fine. And we farm. I guess I could make a group as well if I wanted. But I think that these things will die fast enough that it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I don't think we super need a group. It would probably be a tiny bit faster, but I'm not too fussed about it. Does the Battlefront Hauler drop them? Let's see. So I guess actually the question is what we're going to do is I'm going to run a timer and I'm going to farm and I'm going to see how long it takes me to get to 200 blood. Because that'll be, if it's less than 15 minutes, then this is faster. And if it's longer than about 16-ish minutes, then the dungeon's faster. I like the dungeon because it's pretty foolproof. But this might be good too. Let's see. This is definitely more dangerous because they're stunning me or they're disrupting me. I'm a clothy. Have to maybe watch out and interrupt a thing or two, although my interrupt's on a 50-second cooldown, so there's only so much interrupting we're going to be doing. That was a good pull, though. I don't think I'd really want to pull much more than 5 for my health. Ow, ow, ow. The little ones I think we're not worried about. No, it's not encouraging good behavior in game, but I thought it would be funny if there was an achievement or something as a joke for kicking Bran out of the party. Can you kick Bran out of the party? Can you right-click kick him? I've never tried. I sure wish you could. Now it would be funny. Don't have the option. Gotcha. I like how you guys know. He should be kicked for the amount that he pulls extra trash. In a delve, easy to check. Fair enough. A newly 80s squishy balance druid, actually helpful as a tank. Yeah, I've been doing fine with him lately. Sometimes I miss my Shadow Crash. Fun to try and do it without him, maybe? Came to this back to the 6-pack with a level 28 Bran. That's nearly the same as not having a Bran at all. Do fine even as a silly tank player. I think that it's just kind of fun to snark on Bran a little bit. He doesn't get me into that much trouble. He's only ever gotten me like wiped once, I think. It's just funny because he gives you a hard time for standing and stuff while he's standing and stuff. He's not very self-aware. Never have to see that dwarf again. Didn't like Bran until they added the gates, then I tried to shortcut delves by stealthing to the gate, and he does not like it when you do that. Oh no. Finally at 50 though? Nice. don't like this as much. It may be faster, but I don't know. I don't like it as much. It's not as much fun. Probably died 5 times to Bran dying in the Kaiveza fight because he has this red light beam on him, which makes it hard to focus. Mine's only 83 or something like that. I haven't leveled him up much this season yet. I posted earlier, Nemesis still haven't even done single question mark. The one shots are rough. I like the fight a lot. I remember feeling like very tense and very like locked in when I was doing single question mark. I haven't done double question mark. I'm too scared. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do City of Threads. I think I felt safer. Or City of Echoes. I felt like I was in less danger. I felt like there was less of like I don't know, variables of like other people pulling stuff or fighting stuff in the area. I don't really want to join a group, so I think this is probably my best bet. Because before we had done 100 within about 15 minutes, and I think that's pretty good. I don't think I need to go any faster than that. And that was our first run too, so it might even get faster as we kind of get better at it. So we don't need the little guys, we just need big ones. Better to farm in a fun dungeon with followers? That's what I'm doing! It feels like whatever I'm doing, someone's going to come in and suggest the opposite. And that's totally fine. There's multiple valid ways to get this done. I think that I've tried both, and this is what I would like to do. We're on the home stretch. We need, what, another 351? Oh, see you later, kitty cat. Seems good because the mobs die quicker. And you've got NPCs that can kind of take the heat from you as well. And you're not competing against other people for spawns. And they're laid out pretty dense, too. to 157. I wonder how much of this I can get away with. You know what I should probably do, actually, is, well, it's still gonna be a 1 minute cooldown. I was gonna say I should switch to Halo. And these guys always drop some blood. I'm excited about the Siesbarg mount. I've been carrying around the chitin quest for this entire expansion. It's fun to finally get some progress on all this. Let's get comfy. I don't even need the little guys. We gotta go for the big ones. Big, big, big. I can't believe it's the weekend again. My sense of time has been all funky here. Quest log gets a bit cleaner. Yeah, if actually cleaning up my quest log would be kind of a fun project. I've been carrying around a bunch of like raid skip quests that I don't want to abandon because they're partially done, but I haven't been doing them, so they just sit in my quest log. I've got like Castle Nathria. I'm 1 of 4 for Mythic Sludge Fist for the skip there. I got a Yak Soul to turn in. 2 of 3 for Vault of the Incarnates. That was what, Dragonflight? Yeah. Biggest feedback on this quest is I wish it was Warbound. Yeah, that would have been nice. That's one of the good things about doing Alanira is at least that the shards that you get across your alts count. Stuff like the World Tree Mark quest for Molten Front I can't abandon. Do you run into your quest log being full? I do sometimes. How the heck are you? Grass and AOTC must have got that with a pretty cool crew. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Jance. Happy late birthday again. I hope you had a lovely day. I hope you find yourself some cake. If you like cake, anyways. Not everybody's a cake person. Some people prefer birthday pie. Thank you. Happy late birthday to you as well.
Crowd control.
Birthday apple pie. Cinnamon apple pie. I mean, apple pie should have cinnamon in it anyways, but it sounds fancier if you say the cinnamon.
Crowd control.
Pretty cool that you stream when I lunch because it's like I get to visit my friend at work over lunch. How have your lunch pugs been going? Your lunch key pugs? You getting your vaults all filled up on all your alts? I'm getting towards the end of this mail farm. It's pretty fun. I want cake. I'm hungry right now. Didn't do one today. Today I got some tacos instead. No time for a keep. That's fair. You always got to give the tacos priority. Meathead, thank you very much for the 31-month resub. Howdy Hazel, working on your IO. Howdy. I can't say that I have been. I sat keys out for about a week and a half because I was a bit unhealthy. I wasn't sitting up for much. And now that I'm feeling better, some of my group is going away on vacation. So I think I'm out of luck this month. My IO is still sitting at 2409 where I left it, but that's okay. We'll get it together eventually. Yesterday did a heroic pug, went resto on my druid. That was pretty chill. Nice. Do you guys full clear? What do you think of healing Demencius? That's when I was having fun with last night. My back was so sore yesterday from working. I was working in the garden yesterday, and I was bending over a lot, and so I was sitting. I was trying to stretch out like my back while I was sitting in the desk, like doing progression rating. Had my feet up for a while. It's my fault for bending over. I should have had better posture. I'm going this way. Guild had 2 sub 5% wipes on Demencius yesterday. Then I was able to join a different guild run through pugging. We killed it with the full 20 alive. Nice. Oh man, we had a really low wipe on him too. Like, that's a dead boss. He just doesn't know it yet. Actually really like healing that fight. The last phase, healing the last phase on our kill, I didn't even know we were about to kill it. I hadn't looked at his health once, I don't think. I was too focused on trying to not die and trying to heal people so they didn't die and trying to not, I don't know, run into a black hole or something, that I had no idea we were about to kill it until it died. And then it did the thing where, like, they kidnap your character at the end when you kill him, and I was terrified because I thought I'd messed up. When the platform shrinks, yeah. Oh, man. This way. On the blood phase? Yeah! I sure am. I'm so flattered that you're surprised. Race to World first player said the same thing about that fight in Mythic. They like weren't even looking at how much health it had. I was so bored healing the first 4 bosses. I do want to heal Demencius. I like that I was the train captain for ranged. Once you died on our first pull where you were the train captain, I was like, I don't know where to go now. My star died. We marked Jan's. He plays Ellie Shaman. We marked him so that all the range could follow him, so we'd be stacked for healing. In phase 3 in Demencius. And then you died on one of our pulls, just the first one, and I was like, what do you mean I have to think for myself? This is terrible. I don't want to do that. What do you think? What do you think I'm here for? Independent thought? Absolutely not. Besides, you're really good at guiding us through the rings. It's way easier if I don't have to use my own brain cells for it. Thinking in my game? Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy trying to heal. I don't even know if I was using like a good spec for it or anything. I was just in a generic Archon raid healing spec. Play a mage, the ring debuff doesn't exist. Thanks for streaming. Pretty sick. Watching's helping keeping my mind from fixating on how bad I feel. I hope you feel better soon. That really sucks. I'm glad you're here. Too busy not thinking. Up the hill. 217. I think we're going to get this to like halfway. Maybe a little over halfway. Made me feel important even if I'm sure half the people are figuring it out on their own. It's just like, it's nice to offload a little bit of that mental load so that you can focus on throughput, or whatever it may be. I certainly felt like I had enough to worry about otherwise. I kept getting myself knocked off. I'm really glad that I got a cheat death as Holy Priest because I needed it. I got myself killed to some really dumb stuff. Even like many pulls after I had figured out how to not get knocked off, I would still just like stop thinking about it for like the wrong 5-second window and then be like, oh no, here we go again. Whoa. There she goes over the edge. Discord had an issue with DCing me without letting me know in raids. I'm used to losing my shot colors. So glad we got it before the 2-week break. Yeah, it would have been grim if we hadn't. I was like a little skeptical too because I was like, well, we haven't even seen phase 3 yet. Are we really going to do this with like our main tank missing and like one of the strongest healers we've been progging with gone? What I mean, one of the strongest healers that we were progging with was gone. But we made it. We figured it out. Oh. Excellent. Excellent show all around. Super nice for y'all. Yeah. It was really cool. I was so happy that we killed it. It was nice to get an early night too. I was exhausted. I was tired last night. Right at the start, once we hit P3, it's dead. You had no faith. Nah, I never do. Second week that we ended guild raids with no Demencius kill. There we go. All right, 231. Normally I don't like coming out of a dungeon into a pack of mobs, but in this case I can I can make an exception. Because these are the mobs I need. Go back. Being in sudden silence during a difficult mechanic is spooky. Wondering if it's going to be worth having multiple crafters for housing crafting. I'm sure you're going to be able to get everything without needing to have the crafters yourself, but that'd be kind of nice. I'm sort of tempted to set them up, but then on the other hand, I know I'm not going to be like trying to like craft them to sell across like however many characters it would be, which would be a lot, I'm sure. So maybe I shouldn't bother and I should just buy the things that I want from other crafters. And by other crafters, I mean Flappy. Because he's going to be crafting the stuff to sell. So, you know, why should I do it? Or bookshelves or chairs will be the thing that sells once housing drops. I think there's going to be like a really wide range of stuff that people want. I think some things will be like super popular, but like, I think the nice thing about housing is there's going to be somebody that wants everything. I have all professions leveled across all my tunes, and I still just buy things a lot of the time. Nice for completionism. Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. I have enchanting and alchemy completely maxed out, and I will frequently buy enchants that I know how to make, and I have the available concentration for it. It's just, it's less work to just pull open the auction house and order it. Yeah, for a nominal fee. Daily cooldowns or something, I'd benefit from setting up multiple blacksmiths. I did craft with my ingenuity or concentration or whatever it is. I crafted with my concentration and sold some stuff, and I made a little bit of gold recently. Finally got my stuff off cap. I would have made a lot more gold this expansion if I kept my concentration cooling down, but whatever. That's fine. Sometimes mats cost more money than the scroll. That usually depends on what your crafting stats are like. Normally, especially if you're able to use some concentration, you can normally do it profitably. If you've got like really good equipment and you're fully leveled up and spec'd out and everything. What am I doing? This way. Hoping I can make nice things from Dragonflight and the War Within, even if my professions aren't maxed. Wonder if there's a sweet spot like halfway. Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't think that they would retrofit housing crafting onto the specialization tree for old crafting, but I bet you they might make it take some skill, if that makes any sense. Like needing crafting 100 or 75 or something, but not needing any particular spec points. If I was guessing, which I am, I have no idea. Hard to speculate because we don't have enough info just yet. Soon, I bet. Real soon. Normally, it's not. I just need the elites. You've not texted Ian about it recently. He should just read my mind. I think that's what he does anyway. Oasis quest that take you back to old zones. Yeah. I still have to finish the snake one. I didn't finish the last wing, but I did the rest of them. I recognize you from TikTok. I have a couple up of YouTube shorts. You're probably thinking of somebody else, though. I do not have a large presence on TikTok. I posted like 4. I've been on YouTube for a long time, though. Good that you're waiting to do snakes. The competition for the mob, very annoying. I love it when my procrastination pays off. Fished up the old journal and classic Zangermarsh. One of my first accomplishments ever playing WoW, so I was very happy to be back. This must be the 4 I watch. They might be. Hazel from Hazelnutty Games, that's me. Fished up the old journal and classic Zangermarsh. Very happy to be back. Oh, is that where we're going for the snakes? I haven't actually done it yet. I went to Stormsong for the bees. Nice to know what items will be sold from old school vendors. I won't have to guess which achievements I should be aiming for. Yeah, I bet people will put together guides when that all comes out. So I think I've done all the elites from around here. I think we're ready to do the first boss and move on. We're over halfway through the blood stage. 258. That's exciting. Snakes are Nerubian, but then they send you to Zangermarsh for moss for snake beds. Oh. You ever see a video of people that like keep snakes or breed snakes and they are storing their snakes in effectively like a shelving unit that just has a bunch of drawers in it? And they just like pull out a drawer and you expect it to be files, but it's snakes. It's crazy. The snake story is a love story. Well, that's nice. I do like a good love story. File that under snake. Oh, you get to name the snakes? I am so basic. I'm incapable of coming up with any name for a snake other than Noodle. They're all Noodle. Saw someone turn their basement into an aquarium. As in they had like a big fish tank down there, or as in their basement flooded and they released some trout and then called it a day. Is this the third part? This is the third part of the Siesbarg farm. Third and final. I think it's just a couple of little talkie quests after this and we should be good. 3 options per snake and 1 is Madam Noodles. Oh. Well, there you go. Yeah, this is pretty much how I got the Venom. I got the Venom in City of Threads. So I got Chitin in Echoes, Venom in Threads, and then Blood back in Echoes. And I'm finding this to be the comfiest way to do basically all of it. I could see you with a snake named Nozzle or something like that. Nozzle! It's like a Muppet name. Or you could just name your snakes after Muppets. Hey, this is Snuffleupagus. Here's Kermit. Kermit is a Muppet. I get Muppets and Sesame Street mixed up. The last snake pet I gave one of my hunters was Danger Noodle or Doodle.
Crowd control.
That gives new life to the phrase Golden Doodle. Of all of the fun facts, well, I don't know about fun, but of all the facts that Jeff was going to be coming through the stream with, I did not have Love Island trivia on my bingo card. Kai is a good snake name.
Crowd control.
I feel like Jafar's not a bad one either. He turned into a snake for a hot second. I did get turned around at one point, take the Shat portal to Stormwind, and then Stormwind to Dorne, and then back to Castleguard, then fly to the Oasis, and take the portal back into Grant. Oh, man. My brain just heard hot snake for a second and not a snake for hot second, and that seemed perfectly normal. You only get to choose from like 3 snake name options for each. Oh, okay. We'll have to see. Wrong way. Got turned around. There's a little more from the end here. Jelly of the Mount, our guild still progressing heroic. That's pretty nice. It is, we discovered earlier on stream, it is literally the Nyalotha AOTC mount, but with armor on it. But it's nice armor. I'm not mad at it. It's no Void Eater or Star Eater or whatever the mythic mount is, but it's pretty cool.
Run out.
Any way to change the color? I don't think so. It doesn't, I don't believe it's a customizable mount. I think it is what it is. I guess you could be in shadow form and that'll be one thing. Purple, blue, silver mog vibe? No. These guys drop. They do. That's nice. What about these guys? I think they do. This end bit has lots of mobs that drop good blood, but it's also like kind of a lot of walking. You doing both sides? Big loop? Yeah, both sides plus I want that middle pack too. But all of this stuff drops blood, so I don't want to skip any of it. Also, I keep getting myself rooted by the bloods. Good farming though. Plus, I think we're up a couple thousand gold from vendoring stuff today. Could be worse. Ahead or behind of blood drops from the first run? I stopped counting super closely. I think it's about the same. I think it doesn't vary very much. But I'm not keeping a super close eye on it. It seems like roughly just shy of 100 per clear. As long as you're getting all the elites here. Can I like, woo? Oh, I can. That's nice. I will end up raiding Greg Mencius. Greg Mencius 2 expansions down the road. Need to see how it's like going through story mode first. How many runs did Venom take? Venom. We did that today. I got like 200 from the mobs outside for a while, like those two mobs that spawn up south of Sieghold. And then what did I do? I think it was like 100 per run. Maybe a little more actually. In City of Threads. For Venom for City of Threads, I ran up to the first boss and then left. I didn't do any more of the dungeon. Yeah, I think the whole thing's... I mean, I'm just huffing copium at this point, but it's all felt pretty reasonable. I'm going to do one more City of... I'm going to do one more of these runs before I wrap up stream for the day. Whirlwind Abyss, thank you for the 34-month resub. Appreciate it. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. I think if I wanted to take this really chill and easy, what I would do is I would just make a goal of getting, like, I guess it depends which step you're on, but like 100 or 200 of the quest items in a day and then put it down. Because that's pretty easy. You can do that in like half an hour or less. And then, or like whatever amount feels chill to you, and then do more the following day. Just pace it out a little bit. Of course, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking my own advice, but... What is it you're farming? I am farming quest items for the Siesbarg quest chain. So I'm on Nerubian Blood, which is the final step. It drops from these mobs here in the follower dungeon, the Arakara follower dungeon. This is what the map looks like at the end of the quest line. It's a pretty good project. Takes a little bit. That's how I've been doing the bee farm. Forget what it was that I broke out like that. There was some huge farm that I did just like X amount per day. Terrified. It's a good one. We'll be riding around on that for sure. Certainly gets me more comfortable and confident with what's going on within these two dungeons. I've never paid this much attention to them in my life before. Siren Isle? Was that it? Maybe. Might have been the Siren Isle one. Yeah, I think that's what it was. For whatever that flying mount was that we were farming the items off the beach for, I would get like some set amount of them. I forget what it was. Watching WoW. Or I've been off WoW for 4 months or so, getting the itch, but not Mythic Rating or Mythic Plus, just collecting. I think you could be busy for eternity with just collecting. I don't think you would need to do anything else. You never run out of things to do. Plus, with streams like this, you got lots of places to kind of like share your progress and stuff with. It can be more social than you would think it could be. Got lots of great big collectors here. I think I'm more motivated to collect things than I would be if I didn't stream, because you get to show it off to you guys, and you guys like have collected a lot of this stuff, so you know exactly what it took to get it. I drink all my water. Let's grab these guys and come through here. I didn't see your message get caught up. I think they sent. But my bot is set to be really restrictive, so if there's like a period that's left into a sentence adjacent to 2 letters, it'll look like a link and it'll eat it because it thinks it's a link. Even if it's not. Thinking my player house would be a little extra comedic. The ceiling's doing that thing again. I feel like I'm gonna want to size my furniture to make it look right for a gnome, but I'm gonna do a bad job and I'm gonna make it all kind of like wonky and inconsistent, and then I'm gonna be mad at it because I feel like I won't be getting it quite right. Voice text puts periods in the middle of stuff all the time, and chat eats my comments a lot. If it makes you feel any better, I can still see them when they've been eaten. You guys can't, but I can still see them, and I'll often read through them anyways, because 9 times out of 10 it's just a benign comment that had like a comment in it. Yeah. Stream title still says your Venom. It's true. I failed to update my stream title when I completed the Venom quest. But we're almost finished with stream for the day. We're just going to do the rest of this run, and then I got to go. Hazelshire sounds like a fun spot. Disparate sizes sounds as more wonka and inconsistent. I'm gonna get lots of plants. I hope there's gonna be. There have to be. I'm gonna get lots of plants for my player house. And fish. I want fish tanks. I want aquariums.
AOE Puppy incoming.
What if herbalists can find plant decorations? They might be able to. House is just gonna have a maze and now a hide and seekery. That sounds like a fun place to play with guildies. Oh, the NPC interrupted that one. That was nice of her. What kind of decorations do you think alchemists will make? Wine bottles? All I can think of is bottles.
Crowd control.
Alchemy is the one profession that I always have. Lava lamps? Ooh, lava lamps. Bubbly potion things, flasks, yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Oh, buddy. Oh, I have a puppy in here. What do you think enchanters could do? I guess enchanters could make like enchanted like magic brooms and lamps and stuff. Lamps for sure. Lamps have to be an enchanting thing. Because enchanters can make lamp pets. Mad side slab. A diffuser. Floaty things. We need room. Floating flowers, glowies for everything. Sounds nice.
Crowd control.
Introducing the electrician sub-profession. Every starter house starts out on 50 amp power and each upgrade costs 2.5 million gold. Doubling every time. You imagine you put too many accessories in your house that like use like power
Crowd control.
and your holy light breaker trips and then the whole thing goes dark until you go to the breaker box and flip it in like a little mini quest. And then like unplug something. Think we'll get a woodworking profession? I think they're going to tack stuff onto existing professions. I would love to see... Didn't they say something about lumber? They might have said something about it. Yeah, my World of Warcraft basement breaker.
Crowd control.
The house uses magical power, drains it from you if you overload the house itself. So like you're raiding and you're healing your progression raid and you're like, sorry guys, I'm starting at 60% mana because I have some really cool lighting in my kitchen. But it's running off me 24/7, so... New gathering profession, yeah. Power went out, so my reagents and my warbank spoiled. Getting a little too real. Look at that! 400 to 500 blood, we're so close! We'll finish this tomorrow for sure. Your aquarium pumps drain your mana base. Guys, I need to go back to my WoW house real quick. I left my WoW stove on.
Run out.
I left the toilet paper folded wrong. Yeah. I think that if that's a problem, then that's more of a people problem than a house problem. The problem is when you run out of WoW toilet paper. And then you're looking at the decorative shells with an inquisitive eye. That's a problem. Warrior left on the calming ambiance music in the house and now they just can't get any raped. Still have dollar on defender stuff in my warbank. I don't know what to do with them anymore. Yeah. You can hold on to it for the memories if you want. Dollar on defender stuff. Have you seen Demolition Man? I don't know, actually. Maybe? Real question is, how will I fit enough pet beds inside? Find a way. I hope that my pets wander my house like they wander my garrison. I would love to be able to assign certain pets. You know, like, instead of just having all of them or like the favorite pets, if there was sort of like a stable slot, but for your house where you could pick, like, I would like to have these 3 cats and this turtle or whatever. See you later, Moose. All cats, only cats. Yeah, I would love to have my cats in my house. Okay, and I'm gonna jump to this side. Should be able to assign pets to rooms. It'd be nice, although it might be, I don't know, unrealistic. I'm trying to imagine assigning my cat to any room. She assigns herself. Nice to have an aviary. I'd love to be able to have some of my aquatic WoW pets go in a pond or an aquarium. I think the trouble is restraining myself so I don't put all of the pets out, because we have, like, what? Almost 2,000 pets now? Or I have almost 2,000 pets. I have 1,900 pets. I can't let them all out. They're gonna call WoW Animal Control on me. Yeah, get ourselves some snake shells. There you go. One room that's like a tunnel and you're walking through the aquarium. Oh, man. They had a room like that at the Newport Aquarium, I think. Alright, we made it to 445 blood. Good stuff. Good stuff, everybody. I am finished for the day, but we can come back and work on this more on Wednesday? No. Saturday. Saturday's tomorrow. Oh, I'm in combat. I would like to thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.